Would you like to swing out a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar. Hey, y'all, come on in. It's great to see ya.
We are going stargazing today with Zingari Man.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, come on in the live chat and meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention, we wanted to show you the EDP that we have from Zingari Man, the master, one of our favorite spices and barbershops.
And y'all, these EDPs from Zingari Man are serious. Some of our absolute longest lasting. I put this on at bedtime. I wake up the next morning, the master is still next to me. Well, and y'all, my favorite barbershop in the whole wet shaving world, tied with Sterling's Barbershop and Razor Emporiums. That smells like a barbershop in the rain. Thank you, Heather, for making this, and keep an eye on zingariman.com because she has some awesome sales from time to time. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is Stargazer, and I have to say, as soon as I saw this label, I came running into Marcus. Have you seen the new label? It has the Aurora Borealis in it. How could we not get it?
I only had one question. Why haven't you bought it yet? Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. Boy, do we love these from the sales page at zingariman.com. The Stargazer is more than a fragrance. It reflects those who seek wonder in the quietest corners of the world. Inspired by the rare beauty of winter's wilderness and the shimmering dance of the Aurora Borealis, this scent embodies the introspective soul who finds magic in the stillness of the night.
The fragrance opens with the crystalline purity of snowflakes melting into the hush of cold mountain air, a breath of frost that awakens the senses, much like the first step into a starlit field. This fleeting chill mirrors the Stargazer's quiet, reflective nature, capturing the essence of solitude beneath endless skies.
As the scent deepens, dry woods and evergreens emerge, grounding and steady, like the forest that the Stargazer calls home. The soft glow of the lily of the valley flickers in the distance, a delicate reminder of the fleeting moments that linger in memory, much like the aurora's elusive dance. Beneath it all lies the scent of the earth, rich and grounding, anchoring the Stargazer to the wild landscapes that inspire their dreams.
At its core, Deer Musk brings a subtle primal energy, a quiet nod to the creatures that roam under the same stars. Mate adds a smoky warmth, as if wrapped in a blanket by a crackling fire, while Amber and the woods whisper of distant constellations and the deep cosmic mysteries that captivate the Stargazer's wandering spirit.
The Stargazer is not just a fragrance. It's an invitation to pause, to breathe deeply, and to lose yourself in the beauty of the vast unknown. It evokes the feelings of standing beneath the northern lights, where the air is still and time feels suspended beneath the stars. Wrap yourself in the quiet glow of the cosmos. Let the Stargazer guide you.
And that is a sales page, my friends.
What do you want from me? Are you kidding me? The best sales pages in the business. I love that. What is this going to smell like?
I don't even care at this point. I just want to jump in and get my nose in there right away.
Well, I love it when I see scent notes that scare me a little at the hands of an artisan who doesn't.
Yes.
So, Deer Musk, but done by Heather, bring it on. Let's unbox it.
It's always exciting when Zingari arrives.
Y'all, this is a little heavier. We only bought one soap,
True.
but there feels like there's more in here. So let's see what we got here.
here.
Y'all, it's a note. Enjoy. Thank you from Heather. Thank you, my friend. This is awesome. Let's see what we got in here. Hold on.
Oh, the Zingari tissue paper.
Y'all, Heather, what did you do? You guys did not see
Oh, look at that
the
label.
distiller. Are you kidding? Look at that. For an
We'll be back
upcoming
for
episode.
drinks.
Thank you, Heather. We did not buy that one or this. What is this?
Oh,
Il Signore. Is that? Whoa, y'all, the Italian
Really?
lemon one. And look at the holographic label. Heather, when there's even this, what is
Are
it?
there goodie bags? What's happening? A clay bar.
The clay
facial
bar
one.
sample. Thank you.
We need to try that. We have heard good things.
Wait. And the denouement. Y'all, look at this label. I wish we weren't in a hobby where you could absolutely judge a book by its cover, but I hate to break it to you folks, you kinda can. And the absolute banger labels usually are holding some incredible mysteries and wonders under the hood. Are you ready for this first impression? We so appreciate the seal on these, Heather, so we know our noses are the only ones that have gotten on this soap so far, and I want you to go first.
do?
I just want to see your facial expression when you open. I can kind of judge things from there.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I want to
Look
open.
how that purple kind of appears and disappears as you tilt the label.
It's like a little kid with a mood ring. You just want to sit there and do all the colors. That's what I feel. Oh, look at that pour. It's pretty iridescent, my friends. Oh, wait, diving in.
Take it in.
Stamp my passport. Wow. I don't know how you can make the smell of like it being dark outside, the dampness, but it's the prettiest version of damp, like snow encrusted land that I've ever smelled.
Whoa.
But I'm outside 1,000%. Like there is not just a window open. No, I am standing outside in the elements, and I'm for sure looking up. And I can tell that there's some trees around, but there's not many because it would just kind of obstruct my view. Like they're there, but it's much more about me standing outside in the crunchy snow under my feet, and I can smell like the dampness in the air.
Is it an evergreen thing with the trees?
Please hold. No, It's a little different. I mean, there might be something at the very, very end. I get a little greenish something, but I'm much more as like the trees are kind of drier. Like, I don't know. They've been under the winter kind of for a while, I think.
Nice. They're hibernating. What else did you get?
I think I'm getting what the deer musky kind of smokiness is.
Nice.
But my brain would not have known that that's what it was if I hadn't read it. Like, I would just take that more as like the outdoor elements of whatever that kind of means to me. I can smell that in the air.
Right.
It's not like I went down digging or anything. It's just kind of what's around you.
It's a part of the forest smell.
Yes, and that's exactly where I'm at. Like, my compass is pointing directly to that location. Like, I have no doubt that that is where I'm at.
Deer musk adventurous is the exact right word for that, because it's one of those things that you'd never know it was there, really, but you'd know if it wasn't. It just gives such a delightful, playful, adventurous, weird kind of edge to things sometimes.
And we've only had a few with it, but now that I've smelt it a few more times, I can tell how it's being created. But it's super subtle and the exact amount that you need to know where you're at.
And my dad was a hunter. He used to have bottles of musk from different animals kind of sitting around, and they are both the best and the worst smell at the same time. And I think what some of these soap makers and perfumers are doing is finding that best smell part of it and able to kind of carve that out and add it to this. Is that kind of what you're getting?
That is what I'm getting. It's not, there's nothing dirty about it. So I don't want you taking it that way. It's sometimes how we react to civet, like, ooh. Or ooh to people that have never smelled that before. Something in that lane is where my brain puts it. So it's just part of nature, you know, like it's just where you're at. It's not necessarily making anything animalistic or something like that. That's not what I get. I really just get that I'm outdoors and the wind brought something by. Right.
And sometimes, y'all, our most charming scents are done with absolutely charming scent notes. Boom, 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 and it's amazing. But sometimes our most charming scents are made with those that are not exactly charming. And absolutely right. Think your ouds, think your musks. But when you put them together in the right balance, that's what makes them special. Because if you are to be able to come up with a formula that makes deer musk smell amazing, it's going to hit your brain in such brand new ways and light up such brand new corners of what you thought you knew about scent. That's why I love those.
I'm really glad we're smelling this like further into our journey because I think we can appreciate how it's not an aquatic at all. But I don't know how you're making me know that there's snow around without, because there's not really a snow scent note.
No, it's just water, right? Frozen water.
But I know that it's cold outside and I can tell that I'm in my snow gear, you know?
Well, I wonder if certain things do happen to cedar smells or lily of the valley smells when they are in the snow, when they are frozen. Do they smell different? Stuff in my freezer after 6 months smells a lot different. She wasn't done. Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't have enough whiffs yet. I wasn't ready. I don't know why, and this is not connected to gourmands at all. But like the word that I keep getting is savory. Like I want to savor the moment somehow.
Is it sweet?
There are sweet parts in here. I think it's a floral-ish honey-ish. Like, it just makes me smile.
Right.
It's nothing gourmandy. It's nothing that my brain is actually consciously being like, oh, there's something sweet in here.
Right.
But I know that it's there. It's almost a part of the snow my brain's picking up somehow.
Gotcha. Is there a minty sense to it? Because I'm trying to rack my brain. Like, how would you do snow? And I'm thinking, like, well, a light spearmint or something like that?
I know. I don't think so. There's something at the very end that I know is like a tree/greenery, but it's not going to take me into like the Christmas tree vibe. It's not taking me into one that I know super well.
Right.
It's gentle. It's subtle. It's there, but it's not in my viewpoint.
Is there menthol in the ingredients?
Oh, I don't think so.
Not done with menthol, yo. I am now even more intrigued.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm ready for you to get your nose and join me on this adventure to gaze at some stars.
Oh, I am going outside. Here we go. Yeah, shaking clam.
I mean, you're there, right?
Oh, wow. Okay, first of all, an absolute country mile from what I was expecting because I'm not a perfumer. Hold on. Wow. I am immediately struck with how sweet it's not, which puts me smack dab in the middle of somewhere very real. Like, the sweet adds charm, but it also adds a Norman Rockwell filter over things so that you know you're not actually standing there, but I might actually be standing there. Hold on. Oh.
I know she travels, so I feel like I would trust her to get us to the right place.
Whoa! First of all, the musk is a bit prominent and in the best of ways. It adds something that's almost a lemony sense to the middle, but something that is absolutely so outside the box for your brain that you're like, is that a bit of dirt? Is that a bit of lemon? Is that a bit of carrot? What is that that's making up that musky sense? And that's being allowed to sort of be the heart of it. Not a giant heart because it's being surrounded by a lot of stuff. But I love that that was made the center of this. What an absolutely brave choice in a shaving soap.
That's a good word.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Well, and two, let's remember that shaving soaps are not meant to sit on your shoulder like an EDP of Obsession for Men all day. These are meant to take you places, to take you back in your memories, to take you forward on outer space adventures. Y'all, these are meant to surprise the heck out of you sometimes. And the most beloved scents in the wet shaving world are very often those that were so unexpected, and yet what we were provided was so exemplary that it just became legend. Oh, wow. Almost the beautiful varnish smell in the center. And then the way that goes off into one direction into the woods is beautiful. And you're right. It's ancient wood. It's not evergreen. It's not eucalyptus. It's like an oak. It's like a subtle mahogany. It's like a teak. It's something like that. And then on the other side of that musk, you start getting the snow. And I think it's done with a little bit of a light floral. She mentioned Lily of the Valley. Right. Something like that, but that's not the heart of it. That would have been way too easy. No, this is the smell of not sweet snow. And for those of you that live in it, you know what I mean. There are days when you step out onto the meadow and it's got its first couple of dustings and it smells beautiful. But there are some snow days that smell a little bit more earthy, that smell a little bit more like tree bark, that smell a little bit more like the dirt and soil underneath the snow. And that is what this is giving you. I love it when they're done with sweet, and I love it when they're not, because that's where the real bravery lies in this world. Wow, I'm just starting to now get a sense of this.
I know, it's really like painting with scent. I don't know how she's taken us there so well.
And y'all, for me, when I would use this, there are days when we just need an escape, when this world spins way too fast, and we are done with the craziness. Well, this is going to whisk me to the other side of the world. I have never been to Canada. I have never been up where the cold air is. And you're alone. Really alone. I mean, there's not another human being for 30 miles. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. But that's what this gives me the sense of. And if it takes deer musk to do it, 100%, because there are going to be those days where I don't want to smell like green Irish tweed. I need out of here. I need to be so far away that the only thing that exists are her and me and the stars. And this magically will do that in such a realistic way. I am so glad we got this. And I could see where it would be polarizing.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I totally get that. It's not sweet. It doesn't have those little charming notes that usually an outdoor snowy starry scent would have. It's absolutely the opposite of everything that I had been prepared to expect from a label like this. But y'all, a masterwork has been done here, and this is beautiful. What else are you getting after a few minutes?
It's funny. It's not like the Hallmark version, I think is what I'm saying. Like there's something that this just brings solitude and that contentment that you get out in nature.
And not everything when you walk out in nature smells like a Norman Rockwell painting, y'all. Some of it's just real, and that is what this is bravely bringing through. I love this.
Ooh, a soft one here.
Ooh, I don't want to take that much soap,
too
y'all.
much.
It's
Save
going to
it.
be like that Brady Bunch episode. They'll have to call the fire department. We'll have to repaint the kitchen. I thought the Dark Nebula Bowl was apropos from KUN for our Stargazer soap today,
come
y'all.
on.
Melinda called these the octopus arms of the wet shaving
We are
world.
now keeping that.
This is our bougie sprayer from the Smaldridge family. I can't shave without this anymore. Y'all, this is my sea glass brush from Paul Trotter at Trotter Handicrafts. I adore
Just
this
all
thing.
matches. We had to.
Right, so here's how this works. We're going to go forwards, we're going to go backwards, we're going to start loading that soap onto the bristles of this Badger brush. But at a certain point, it's kind of going to stop because all the bristles that have been being introduced to the soap are loaded with soap. So we're going to spin the brush 25%, and all of a sudden, a bunch more soap starts disappearing. And we're going to spin the brush one more time, push down, get a tiny bit of splay, a little backbone, and then all the soap's just about gone. Why? Because it's hiding in there among the trees. And then we're going to go down and grab that water that's been hanging out at the bottom of that KUN bowl. And then look at this, y'all.
It is waking up. And I'm smelling a lot more things coming out, too. The depth just grew.
My brain is just turning cartwheels. It doesn't always smell good, but the parts that don't smell so real
Right?
that they smell great.
That is exactly the way to put it. I think I finally figured out where it's taking me, because I have not seen the Aurora Borealis, but my aunt has property way up at the very, very top of Idaho, like approaching the border.
Right, St. Mary's.
Yes,
right?
St. Mary's, a tiny little town. I love it when we get to visit, and she's got acreages of land. And on the other side is a Native American reserve, so there are no souls on that land besides the animals, and you're so high up on her little mountain that she's on that she has a wonderful hot tub you can sit in and just see the stars. And you can't feel people around from miles, like what Marcus was saying. And I really just, you can hear the animals around making their little natural noises or moving in the trees and just watching the stars shift and twinkle. And that's where I'm at when I'm smelling this. It's real. It's a place.
This has elements of my grandpa's farm.
There you
Not the Norman Rockwell parts, but the little nooks and crannies of the barn and the greenhouse.
We're such fans of trying to escape into nature and just having a pause button, getting off all of the technology and just getting away from the chaos of life, that there is something in this scent here that I don't think we've smelled represented that well yet.
Tiny bit of clary sage is happening in here. Are you getting a lily of the valley note?
I think that's what's making me know that it's bright because of the lights above us.
Right.
And it's like reflecting off the snow. Like there's a brightness to this scent. I still don't know exactly how it's happening. It's the snow-ish part.
And I think that's how it's being done. If you take Lily of the Valley, you keep all of its character, but you turn down all of its sweet.
Yeah.
Smell this. It's something you only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the How Green Is Your Valley with on 3, 1, 2. Right.
I think I really got the vertical depth that woke up somehow. Like from the stars to where I'm standing. That part just kept growing as you built that ladder.
Get the Lily of the Valley, just not very sweet.
It's like the whole other side. Like not just the, flowery side. It's the whole part of that scent.
Y'all, if you kind of know the smell of a golden California state poppy, it's bright orange and the scent is not sweet at all, much like California itself. The very first time I smelled a California poppy, I was shook because it did not smell like a flower. I loved it, but it absolutely wasn't sweet, wasn't floral. It was something almost resinous and slightly honey-like without the sweet side of it. That is what's happening with me in this. Whoa.
I feel like this is the best soap that we've had that captures nature in its real element somehow.
A sense of parsley to represent that greenness on the ground.
Or like the stems of the flower.
Right.
Something in there is coming through.
Whoa. And it's not dense, but it's rich. It's not like
yeah.
crazy densely packed with all kinds of scent notes, but they go deep and they go rich. And y'all, when we do watch our Shave Arcade, we like to see how that lather coats Angelo's face. And while we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet, I do want to show you some of the magic that this Zingari lather has in store for you. Look at this, y'all. Start to build a face lather with this brush. And I think it's time to attempt re-entry. Let's look at these scent notes. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at ZingariMan.com. Here are your scent notes.
Okay, I am befuddled here. I don't know how this is working, but top notes of snowflakes,
Snowflakes.
cold mountain air.
Gotcha. Those are your top notes.
She's right.
I love that. We're not telling you how we're doing this. You're just going to take it in. And then heart notes.
Lily of the Valley.
Sans the sweet.
Evergreens.
Oh.
But they're interesting evergreens. Hold on.
Wait. Oh.
I mean,
just in the very musky part of a pine needle.
yes,
Is what
that's
I'm
exactly
getting.
what
That
I would say.
syrupy sweetness of a pine needle.
But there's earth right next to it. So I think the evergreens mixing with the earth is creating its whole new kind of scent.
And y'all, this is not terra preta. This is not like dirt. And this is not Sherlock. It's not like soil or like Shire. It's not a soil note. This is different. This is almost like a clay. This is almost like a mud. This is almost like something else that's going on in there.
Earlier you used the word rich, and I would say that, like almost like a rich soil, like it's almost its own, like been turned. It has all of the nutrients in there somehow.
Something like a carrot is in there giving you that sense, the way you smell carrots coming out of the dirt. Yeah. And then the base notes. Boy, is she right about this. Dry woods. Because y'all think about cedar, think about oak, think about eucalyptus. They're incredibly sweet. Incredibly sweet. What happens when it's not? What is cedar without its sweet side? What is oak without its sweet side? That is where you're being invited here. What is evergreen? Good Lord. Without its sweet side.
Right?
Is that what you're getting?
I think that's how I know they're so real. Like it's just the other side of those scents. And then we have our deer musk, mate, and amber.
And y'all look at my face. I think that deer musk is pretty central to this in the most amazing of ways. And it's going to be a synthetic relax. And then we've only seen this once before. Mate. What's your mate smell like? And then amber, beautifully rich, powdery, subtle on the way out.
It just adds a little extra light in the air, like all the reflection of something coming through warms it up just a little.
What a beautiful balance. And see, that's just me. My nose just goes sweet. Whenever I see a soap label and a list of scent notes, I just think, oh, how are we going to start with sweet and then build down from there? I love that this does exactly the opposite. And yet to my nose, I still can't get enough. The same way I can't from Green Irish Tweed.
It does have that brave idea to it. Like they decided to go full on real. Like it is 100%. We are sitting next to the Stargazers enjoying everything about it.
Maybe more than any other soap we've got. This takes you to an absolutely real small glade underneath those Aurora Borealis. So y'all, when you do have business to do in the forest, you are supposed to dig a hole. Let's take this a little deeper. So I know this is like our worst question, but if anybody out there was asking, well, what does it actually just smell like? I don't even know where I would start.
I think I would label this more as a scent adventure soap.
Yeah.
Like we have some in our den that I'm like, okay, if you want to smell pretty or, like just trying to label it down. But this is one of those ones that I'm like, this is so realistic. It is 100% stamp my passport.
Yeah.
I have been to see the Aurora Borealis.
Get your hat and your whip, folks. This is as real as it gets.
Right? And there's something about a nature-esque soap, I would say, too, that it's just so real. You can't deny that that's where you are.
And I love that it smells so different from anything that we basically know. I mean, look at these scent notes. We don't know snowflakes. We don't know dry woods. We don't know earth. We don't know mate. We don't know deer musk. And I love that all of these are coming together to give me such an education, because somewhere in the middle of how these are all clicking together is something that my nose already is making a memory of. And much like hot and sour soup, you start to crave after your first helping.
You do. There is something about this scent. I think you're right when you said it earlier. Like, we're going to go to this scent to take a whiff when I need an escape from life. If I just need to be out in nature, if I've been staring at my computer screen and just way too digital and the chaos of the world, like that is where I want to go.
Reinventing leather somehow. Almost the smell of like being out with Kit Carson collecting pelts.
It's an adventure, y'all.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be out with your friends in the forest in the middle of the night in the great American Northwest. Well, they're going to tell you about a snipe, this little animal that hides in the bushes. And if you are savvy, you can coax them out and smash them and bring them home when they're delicious. And just about the time you start clapping your hands and you're going, caw, caw, you're going to get your own. So, head over to ZingariMan.com where you'll find this and everything else I want in the world. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with the Stargazer, and if you have never had a Zingari Man shave, regardless of the scent, you owe it to yourself. In fact, find yourself an Instagram Live where they don't end up talking about how great Zingari Man is at some point. But y'all, this scent is different. For me, my place of fun and excitement and comfort and home is the theater. I love The Big Top by Peter Chikalis, popcorn, that kind of thing. My dad's is hunting. Out on a cold morning, hunting. And y'all, he had a bottle of musk that he would take with him, not to smell good, but to be utilitarian with it. And something in the center of this is going to speak to the soul of those who found their solace on insanely early and insanely cold mornings out hunting. The peace that they found there is encapsulated in this scent. So while it will be polarizing, while it is musk-centered for me, there's a lot more to it than that. Thank you, Heather. Welcome to Messages.
So for our February giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get a $20 gift card to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on our first March episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck!
Just a little look behind the curtain. The main reason that we hit purchase on this soap within 5 minutes of seeing the label is because on the night that my mama passed in northern Idaho, the Aurora Borealis made its way across the United States and could be seen in Florida and Texas. I took that as a little bit of a sign. And we decided to shoot today's episode today because our community has lost a dear friend. Double Y Shaves passed away very suddenly this week. He was one of the most amazing people. While we didn't have that many communications with him, every time we did reach out, he was doing something to help other people. There was a flood that he was moving furniture, or there was volunteering he was doing.
Helping his mom.
And every time I saw that smile, I would have to just comment, how cute you are, how beautifully you capture the joy and excitement of this hobby, especially having the courage to work silently, because it was all there on your face. A face we will miss very much. This community and this world need more people like you. So when we knew we had an Aurora Borealis soap, we thought it might be our little way of helping send you off to points unknown with a lot of love from this world.
We are super grateful for all your videos and that we can see your face whenever we want to just check those out. And thank you for sharing your soul with us with all the videos and the excitement for shaving. It was one of the first things that we saw getting into it. It was like, man, we want to have as much as fun as he's having.
And we hope to carry on that spirit of joy and excitement for this world because you were the only other first impression show that we knew of. You didn't even tell anybody it was a first impression show, but when we went to offer you some samples, you were like, oh no, it ruined the episode. Just like us.
Yeah, and his little board that he had behind him, like he had such a system and a science to everything that he did. It was so much thought into each of those videos, and we felt it. We knew.
So my friend, thank you for being here. And thank you all for being here. I'm actually grateful that he had this community.
Me too. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.